girl Shalae. I'm back today with another video. In today's video, it's all about Social Security. That is the most trending topic in America right now. Now, guys, we have where the chief of Social Security has a new plan for the overpayment, so you may get some of that money back or not even have to pay it all. Then we're going to talk about how a lot of people have stuff to say when it comes to Social Security, even with former President Donald Trump maybe backtracking his statements on Social Security. Then we have some Medicare and a whole lot more. So if you want to know what's going on in the lovely world of Social Security, you already know what to do. Stay tuned. Your girl's got you covered. Now, if this is your first time tuning into my channel, hi, hello, hey friend. My name is Shalae, and here on this channel we discuss shopping, saving, and everything in between. I would love to have you a part of my internet family. Super easy. Click the big old red subscribe button down below and you're in, just like that. And while you're at it, if you want to try out Amazon Prime for free, you can try it out for 30 days by clicking my links. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and talk about it, because the Social Security chief, he vows to fix these cruel-hearted overpayment clawbacks. So, hey, this is a new chief. Remember, he just got in around, I want to say around December. Well, he's promising to overhaul the agency system of all those overpayments for billions of dollars that was wrongly sent to beneficiaries, saying, look, this just does not seem right nor fair. So he did an interview today, and he was asked about what does he plan to implement or do, within his first few days of office. And he said in the coming days, he would propose changes to help people avoid these crushing debts that have driven some of them into homelessness, as well as any financial hardship that may have caused the most vulnerable of the poorest people with disabilities, or even those that have persistent medical conditions that are at least age 65. So, like I said, he ended up taking office, I want to say it was either November or December, and he really just addressed like the injustice that too many Americans, because of the overpayments, the rather cruel-hearted and mindless way that we recover those overpayments. Remember, we talked about where some people had moved out their house. A lot of people had said that they were living in their cars because they didn't have the money to pay those overpayments. He said this is the top priority that is on his mind. So he's taking concrete steps. And one, he wants to establish a statute of limitations. So you can't go back to the 1970s and you don't need to have proof of the agency. Then he said he also wants to impose a 10% clawback for some beneficiaries. He said, we do have the ability to have the authority address many of these injustices. So instead of them asking for $3,000 or $5,000 right off the back, or even tens and hundreds of thousands, maybe he was saying like a 10% can come off. He also said that they plan to cease efforts to get the money back for years old overpayments, and he wanted to practice of terminating benefits for disabled workers who don't respond. So remember, I told you guys, like, if you receive a letter in the mail, the worst thing that you could do is not reach out or call them regarding that, because if you don't respond, they take your money like that. It's like, okay, you didn't even do anything. And he's like, no, we need to start protecting our seniors. We need to have where they're not living under bridges or putting them out the homes. A lot of people, he said, do not even understand how to like read these letters, how to even go about the appeals process at all. So he's like, no, we need to fix these things. I like it. I like it. Now, guys, we know that, remember, Senator Ron Wyden of Oregon, he said that he would meet monthly with the agency officials until it is met, like any problems are fixed as well, which he has been doing. And then we had where Democrats from Michigan as well, they sent a letter on February 29th about the overpayments as well. And they asked like officials to explain, what is the problem? Why haven't we stopped these overpayments yet? Why haven't we terminated this at all? So the chief said, hey, look, the agency terminates disability benefits for those people who don't contact the SSA after receiving the letter. But to be honest, we're going to start working to do something to help, because a lot of our notices, they are hard to read. People don't understand. And one can only argue that, hey, to call a 1-800 number right now, I mean, guys, like, it's hard to get through. If you haven't seen on Facebook, it's hard to get through their customer service. So I'm glad he's in there. Let me know, do you have an overpayment letter? Have they started taking money? Let me know. I think a win is a win is a win for my seasoned senior. So I'm super excited. I hope he does come through. But hey, you know what? For him to put that out there, I think he's working. And good job for Wyden, mean monthly with them. All right, so in regards to Social Security, everyone has something to say, right? So Hillary Clinton said yesterday today on X, where she said seniors should see Trump's remarks on Social Security. So former Secretary of the State here, Hillary Clinton, she encouraged her seniors to listen to former President Donald Trump's remark on Social Security's after her 2016 presidential opponent seemed to open the door to entitlement cuts as well. Now, she ended up sharing the CNBC interview as well, and she said, hey, do you have seniors in your life? Well, you should see this and what is going on and what is being said. Then we also had where Ben Shapiro said on his show as well that it's insane that we have not raised the retirement age in the United States. He continued and he said no one in the United States should be retiring at the age of 65 years old. What? Okay, whatever. But he said, frankly, I think retirement itself is a stupid idea unless you have some sort of health problem. And he said, everyone that I know is elderly who is retired is usually dead within 5 years. Well, I don't believe that is true because we wouldn't be at the problem that we're at now. So he said, I applaud the GOP's new work until you're dead platform. This is true. Nobody has ever retired and lasted more than 5 years. And anyone who claims that they have is clearly a zombie. We don't need to listen to you at all, okay? He said, frankly, I feel almost dead by the end of most weekends, thirsting for a sweet, life-giving invigoration of sweat and toil. So he said, look, I am glad to see that the Republican Party, they are leaning into his long-standing work till death philosophy. And he hoped that they still continue up this campaign while heading into the November elections. And he said that, hey, that will help him. And he doesn't mind promoting former President Donald Trump on his platforms. That's a lot. And I'm not even going to go into it at this point, okay? Because I'm just so upset that so many people have all these things to say when it comes to entitlements and what they think should happen. At the end of the day, these people paid into this system. Give them what they earned, okay? That's all we're asking. That is all we're asking. We're not asking for the world. Of course, we would love the $200 more per month. Of course, we would love a 30 or 50% cost of living adjustment. If you haven't watched my video yesterday where they're looking at now, I think 2.4% as of right now, we would love all those things. But the one thing that we can't do without is you taking our money for either overpayments or you're cutting back money with inflation, everything. You just can't live right now like this. It's already hard enough on a fixed income. I don't have time for this. And it's like, if you're not going to help the cause, don't say anything at all. That's how I look at it. But this work till death philosophy, not on my watch. I mean, I'm like, at this point, I'm like President Biden, not on my watch. I mean, even the Lord rested on one day. I mean, no, we're not doing that. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to Medicare. Now, this is where Senator Braun demands a full audit of Medicare after a massive fraud discovery. So Senator Mike Braun, he sent a letter to the Government Accountability Office, or GAO, and he sent that letter today requesting a full audit of Medicare following the recent reports of fraud. So in this letter that he sent to the requester, the GAO Comptroller's General Gene, he said that this audit needs to be for the Center of Medicare and Medicaid Services internal oversight reform. So the senators cite that there was, I guess, some type of alleged catheter fraud scheme that was reported last month. And I guess during this scheme, this is where like thousands and hundreds and thousands of individuals, they were billed for catheters, even though they never ordered them, they never received them at all. So let me know where you guys build it all. But the scam has also prompted like the Department of Health and Human Services, Office of Inspector General to go ahead and issue out a warning to consumers. So they said, look, per this alert, Medicare recipients are being contacted via phone calls, internet ads, text messages with offers of all these free services as well as these medical products. However, when the scammer does obtain like your personal Medicare information, then this is what allows the individuals to go in and monthly bill to your Medicare and will continue to bill for medically unnecessary things like a urinary catheter or things that may actually not even be sent to the enrollee as well. So if you have been a victim of the Medicare fraud, please reach out, because they said, look, they are targeting some of the most vulnerable Americans. And so now they're calling for a full audit so they can get to the bottom of this rampant fraud, waste, and abuse. So this is what a statement that he issued out to Fox News. That is just despicable. Like, it is just beyond that you would call someone and then now overbill them, commit fraud. And I mean, catheter fraud, like, really? What is really going on right now? But they said last year, I think it was like $2.7 billion that was paid out as well. And I mean, come on, guys, like, our seniors, they deserve better than this. Like, you guys know better than this. So let me know, have you been a victim of fraud? Hopefully you guys are not answering or responding to any scams or messages or any of those things anyway. I'm going to say that you are smarter than that you know better than that. But yeah, this is what we have going on today in Social Security. So hopefully here within the next few days, he said that there should be some more information regarding those overpayments. Did you receive an overpayment letter? Have you started paying out the overpayment? I know I did a video that was just dedicated to overpayments and the process and how you walk through it. And I know it may have been a little bit tough for some of my seniors, but it sounds like we got someone good who is now like, hey, let's go ahead and put a cap on how far we can go back. Let's lower those payments or remove those payments at, just entirely at all. And I think that is great. Also, what do you think about former President Donald Trump? Do you feel that his statements in regards to cutting Social Security were taken out of context? Did he really just mean that when it came to wasteful spending and waste as well? Or do you think that that's his sentiments? And what do you think about Ben Shapiro's sentiments as you need to work until death? Like, at this point, just work until you die. Let me know all the things down below. Grab you some Amazon Prime. I'm going to have another video probably post after this one, and that will be an EBT video as well. So you're getting 2 videos today. So definitely watch this one, grab some Amazon Prime, and then come on back, or you can watch it in the morning. And yeah, share this video, and this is all we have. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you later, Gator. Bye, guys.